What's up everyone, Shawners here. Welcome back to another video. It's been a while, I know, but I'm back and want to start by talking about what's been going on. So I've been actually working on a lot of new programs on university, so we've been really busy recording all these videos and everything, so it's been a while and I really didn't have the chance to make any videos, but I'm back to making videos on the channel and I want to talk about a subject. Don't want to waste any time here. I want to talk about a subject that is something that a lot of people have interest on. Specifically, when I look at the videos on this channel, on my channel, I see that a lot of you guys like this subject, so I just wanted to say I thought, hey, it would be a good idea to make a video about this again. And we're going to talk about Bing advertising. So Bing advertising, as I said, is one of those topics that not many people cover it, but at the same time it's very it's one of the places that not many affiliates are using for advertising, and it's quite effective if you get it down. So what I want to do in this video is I want to talk about a scenario. I want to show you a scenario where you as an affiliate are going to make sales. Now you can apply this into anything else really. You can apply this into if you're selling your own products, it doesn't matter. But a couple of a couple of things that I'm going to use, small things that I'm going to do in this video is something that you would do if you were an affiliate. So we're going to talk about this. It's, you know, it's one of my favorite subjects as well, so let's get into it because there's a lot of cool stuff for you to learn. You know, I have a full Bing advertising course inside the Gold Masterclass, so if you want to check that out, I'm going to leave a link in the description. But let's get into some really cool stuff that you can do with Bing advertising. And I'll show you how you actually open a campaign, create one, and all that stuff. So let's get into it. So the first thing I want to do, guys, I want to go over a couple of things that we're going to go through on this video. So first of all, we're going to go over the keyword research. Now the keyword research, I'm going to do it with the search engine. Now this is something that a lot of people don't do. And it is more effective because, you know, this might actually cause for you to get fewer clicks, but the clicks that you're gonna get are gonna be much better. So that's the goal here. You want to, you know, it doesn't matter if you get clicks, if you get a lot of clicks or not, as long as those clicks are effective and good, you know, you can actually live with that, right? So the next one is actually we're gonna talk about keyword spread, and another subject that I believe a lot of people don't talk about. And then we're going to talk about ad copy flow, which is incredibly important. If you want to get conversions, you need to have the right flow, which I'm going to talk about that as well. And then tracking sales using tracking IDs, because the thing is, you know, if you, again, in this case we're doing an affiliate, this is the thing that is for affiliates really. You know, if you want to track sales correctly, you need to use the keyword spread. You need to use the right keyword. What is it? You need to use the right keyword tracking IDs methods. So this way, you know exactly which keywords are getting you the sales. Now, for people who are using different networks, I'm going to go over this when we get there, but there are a lot of ways to actually do this correctly. And then next one is we're going to talk about more effective methods such as open funnels. Now this is another thing that I like a lot and it's very effective. I'm going to tell you why when we get there. So let's get into it, guys. So the first thing I want to talk about is keyword research. So let's get into the Bing itself. I'm going to just you know, start searching now. Let's go to the campaign that I'm going to promote so you see exactly what I'm promoting. So I'm on the Aversity's affiliate program and I want to promote this product, this page. Let's go here. So let me show you what page we're promoting. So this is a opt-in funnel, you know, and as you see, it's a very simple opt-in funnel and has an opt-in page and everything. And I'm going to promote this. So this is basically ClickBank training, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start searching ClickBank. Let's see what we get. So training. So let's see what we can find. Now, one of the things that you want to look into is obviously you know, the keywords that come up here. Now the keywords I'm talking about, let me just make this smaller a little bit. So the keywords I'm talking about here, guys, is this. If you scroll all the way down, you're gonna see a bunch of keywords here. So this is what I mean by, you know, the keywords that you get from here. You know, they're not gonna get as much traffic as you would get with when you do a search with the keyword tool inside, but what's going to happen is that you're going to get a lot more good quality clicks. That's the important part. So let's get into this. So I'm going to look into these keywords. Another thing that you can do, which is very important, guys, is look at the advertising, look at the ad copies that are ranking top. So you could actually get a lot of ideas from this. So, you know, you see ClickBank marketing basics. I don't like that, honestly. Done for you, ClickBank affiliate funnel. That's something, right? Learn affiliate marketing, step-by-step free workshops, affiliate marketing 101. Now this is actually, I don't know, this could work. Done for you, ClickBank affiliate funnel. That's something, right? ClickBank online course. That's something. Could work. Yeah. Very simple, but you know. But I like this one, so we'll keep that in mind. All right. And also, this is not bad at all. So yeah, so let's go here and get some keywords. I'm sorry, I got distracted with these things. ClickBank flea marketing training. That's one keyword that we can definitely target, right? Let's go down here. ClickBank flea marketing training. There you go. It's very simple, you know. It's very simple, but it could work. So I'm going to open another text file here, and we're going to make it a plain text. So I'm just going to keep these keywords right here. And another one that I want to target, ClickBank step-by-step training. So one of the things that I recommend, guys, when you're doing the keyword research here, is to don't have too many keywords. Usually I would go with 3 to 5 keywords and just test them out, because one of the things in the next stage of this, I'm going to get into the keyword spread. The keyword spread is very important. So when you actually get there, you're going to see it. But because of that, you don't want to have too many keywords. Okay, that way you could test a very small budget, maybe like $10 a day, on a couple of keywords and see which one works better. So you don't want to have too many too many keywords, really. Let's see what else we get. Now another thing that you can do is you can actually travel these keywords through. So for example, if I click this ClickBank affiliate marketing training, I'm going to get more keywords here. Best ClickBank courses, YouTube ClickBank training. That could be something. And then there's the one ClickBank affiliate, ClickBank marketing training for beginners. That could be good too, right? So we got a couple. So I'll just go with the 4 for now. So again, this is the part that you're gonna spend much more time to really find some keywords. So we got a couple of good ones. We're just gonna continue. Now the next step is keyword spread and ad copy. Now these are very much related to each other, and I'm going to actually separate them like that so we can actually talk about it. So the idea with the keyword spread is that instead of just putting all these keywords in like a single ad campaign, what we can do is we can separate them using ad groups. This way you know exactly which one's performing how, and you can actually give them more opportunity. Now let me actually show you that. So we're going to go to the advertising panel here. Now I'm using my staging account. Now in case if you're not familiar with the staging account, I explained this a lot of times, quite a lot of times actually, on my channel. But staging is basically an account that we use to test the ads. Okay, we test it for a while, we make sure they work, and we test it for like maybe a couple of months usually, and when they work fine, we send them to our main ad account. The idea with this is to protect your main account from any unexpected bans or suspensions. Because you see one day you're running ads, everything's fine. The next day Bing decides to just say, hey, your ads are not following their terms of service or something like that, so they can just ban your account or something. So has happened a lot, even to new users. So I don't recommend having a staging account if you're getting started, but eventually when you start spending a lot of money on ads, I recommend having a staging account. So we're going to create a campaign here, and let's see what we can do. So visits to my site, that would be the target here, and search ads. Okay, we don't want to do audience ads, we just want to do search. And then let's go to the next stage. I'm going to give this a name, ClickBank 2021, and individual budget, we're going to give it $20 a day. That's fine. Canada, US is fine for now. Now next step here is who. Now this is very important. So you want to target people in your targeted locations, of course, but you don't want to select the second one. So second one would be anyone searching or viewing pages about the targeted location, and you don't want that, because otherwise this is going to really mess up your targeting, the country targeting. So don't select that one. And let's go to language is fine. Let's go to the next one. Your website, I'm going to drop the link. Now this would be the link, but I'm actually going to show you something. Again, this is a tracking ID, that the tracking ID system that we need to have. Now I'm just going to drop the website right now for now. Now this is where you create your ad groups. Now this is very important, guys. Okay, very important. So one of the things that I want to do is I want to have my affiliate marketing, my keywords separated. So you want to give the ad group name, like the keyword name, and then we're going to have the broad targeting, and then we're going to have the exact targeting, and we're going to have the phrase targeting, just like that. So this is one single ad group. Now we're going to add another ad group. Okay, and we're just gonna have more keywords, more keywords and more keywords, just like that. Again, a broad targeting, a exact targeting, and a phrase targeting, just like that. I'm gonna add another one. There you go. Broad, exact, phrase. And the last one. So again, this is the idea with what we call, there you go. So this is the idea with what we call the keyword spread. So this way you put every keyword in a single ad group, okay, and you give them enough opportunity to perform. Now this is very important. It's quite effective, very, very effective, and it's going to save you a lot of money down the road. And now a lot of people don't do this. A lot of people don't actually bother to do this because it's a lot of work. If you're targeting like 10-15 keywords, it's a lot of work, right? But it's going to make your ads much more effective. So let's go to the next step. So I just added everything. So now we're going to create ads for every single campaign. Now this is the hard part, and this is where we get to the ad copy flow. Now this is another topic that I would like to explain before we actually get into the ad creation. So one of the things that you want to remember with your ads is that people are seeing an ad and they click on an ad based on what they see in there, right? So your copy. Now, one of the biggest problems in the conversion, like one of the biggest reasons that people get clicks, but they actually don't get anyone like signing up or engaging with the page basically, is not the audience, because the audience is interested if they click, right? Most likely. But the problem here is the fact that you don't you don't have a flow, you don't have a consistency. Okay, so let me explain this. So let's say we're advertising this page, right? So it says training, ClickBank training, stuff like that. Now imagine my ad says affiliate marketing training. Now it is relevant to this, but it is not relevant to the ClickBank, is it? So when someone lands, they're gonna be like, oh, it's about ClickBank, so maybe it's not for me. See what I mean? You know, consistency and flow is everything. For example, if I say, you know, on this page it says $3,000 a day, but let's say on my ad it says $5,000 a day, right? And then you land here, it says 3,000. So you see, it's not consistent. There, you don't have a flow. And that is usually the reason. Now, this is like what I just explained is the most basic, but you know, a lot of, you know, even small changes can cause a lot of conversion problems. So the idea here is that you want to make sure that you have a flow. So when someone sees the ad and they land on the page, it does make sense. It's following the same copy model theme. Very important. So this is ad flow, and you know, it's kind of harder in practice. You know, you have to, because sometimes you have a keyword, you're trying to kind of stick that keyword in the copy, and then at the same time you're like, oh, I gotta sync it with the page. So it's a bit complicated sometimes, but you know, you can do this much easier. You know, you gotta focus on this. That's very, very important. So let's just pause that real quick before this thing ruins my computer. So yeah, so let's go ahead and do this, guys. So we're gonna create our ad copies. All right, so we're gonna create our ad copy. So first I'm going to go with the destination. It's very, very important, right? So this is my destination. There you go. Now one of the things I want to do is I want to make sure that I track. So this takes us to the next subject here, tracking using keywords. Now the idea with this is that because I'm actually promoting an affiliate product, I don't have any, I can't place my tracking stuff, right? So I can track it based on keyword. So here's what I do. I'm going to go to the ID creation. Now this is what we call a tracking ID generator. This is something that you almost have in every single affiliate program. You know, it's in different forms usually. But yeah, so it's just something that you have in every affiliate program. So what you do is for the campaign name, you want to name the keyword, this phrase, as your campaign name, or the ID, the tracking ID. The idea with this, let's just call this keyword for now. The idea with this is that what happens is that when you put this right here, let me show you. So if you take a look at the URL here, when someone lands, and if there's a conversion or a sell made, I know that it's going to add this keyword at the end. So this means that when they land on the page, I know exactly which keyword is getting that conversion or sell. So this way I can actually look it up in my stats and see exactly which keywords are getting the sell. So it's very important, you know. So yeah, so let's create our copy here. ClickBank affiliate marketing training. Now I'm gonna close this because the last thing I want to talk about is open funnels, which is hopefully I remember that. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and close that. All right, so yeah, so let's go over and give it a headline. I'm going to say ClickBank affiliate marketing training. Obviously you want to match it with this. And I want to say free training. So this is kind of a free training workshop and course. So yeah. So we don't care about that. Save. So we gotta add a description. There you go. So that's the one. Again, we're just going with it. I'm going to copy this ad to all other ad groups so we can actually start changing it up. Now, in this case, I don't want to waste too much time here, but in this case, I usually recommend 3 to 5 ad copies per ad group. But again, in this case, I'm just going to go with one for every single one of them. So let's just edit this real quick. This is the keyword here is the second one is step by step. So we want to make sure that we have that. Doesn't fit. So step by step CB. There you go. There you go. And we'll keep that. So there you go. So that's that. And then we got another one, this one, YouTube ClickBank. There you go. And there you go. So that's that. And then last one, affiliate marketing. The keyword here is affiliate marketing for beginners. So we're going to say ClickBank training for, and again, it exceeds ClickBank for beginners. There you go. How about that? And again, the idea here is to make sure that it matches the keywords and content of the page you're promoting here, which is this, and then save it. So again, you want to work a little bit more on these ad copies than I did, but that's the idea here, guys. I don't want to spend too much time here because I'm just teaching you, but I'm going to eventually improve this. I'm going to make a video showing you what's going on with these ads in a couple of days. And so let's save and go to the next step. So campaign budget 20. So this is basically the targeting, the bid strategy. So we're gonna go with maximize clicks, okay, and I'm gonna let it automatically set the bids. So the thing is that when you set it on this, when you have a good campaign and when you have good click-through rates and stuff like that, automatically it brings your cost down. So that's very, very important, something that I definitely recommend. So I want to set a maximum cost per click. You can actually do that as well if you want. I'm gonna put it on $2 so we don't pay anything more than that, because that would be a bit ridiculous. But yeah, or $2.50. So that would be, I think, max really. So campaign targets, you can actually play with this. I'm going to decrease Canada by 10%, okay, and then device wise, I'm going to decrease tablets are fine, but I'm going to decrease smartphones by 40%. So the idea with this is that which one you prefer more or which one you prefer less, which type of traffic, right? So with desktops, I'm not gonna touch them. And then with tablets, I'll just leave them be, because usually people who are on tablet, they're at home, they have time. But smartphones, people who are using a phone, maybe they're on the walk, they're on the run, they can't just like really pay attention, because this is the type of campaign that people need to watch and engage. So I just want to decrease it significantly. But if it gets us traffic like this with 40%, I would be happy. So advanced stuff, we don't want to put a schedule on it. That's not important. Audience ads, so we just want to leave that. Ad distribution. Now this is the most important part of the Bing, which is a funny thing. It's actually very hidden down below, but it's just there. If you don't fix this, if you don't do this, you're screwed. So the idea with this is that by default, Bing is gonna show your ads to everywhere. So that would be all search networks, Bing, AOL, Yahoo, and also syndicated partners. Now you don't want this, because this is a whole different type of network. A syndicated network is basically Bing's display network, and I do not recommend it. I mean, it by itself, it's a good network, but the problem with it is that you don't want to mix it with search ads. So what you want to do, you want to select the second one, which is Bing, AOL, and Yahoo search, owned and operated only. So this is basically this is gonna mean that you're just gonna show your ads on search and nowhere else. So that's very, very important. Don't miss this one. So we're gonna save, and that's pretty much it. I believe this is gonna start running. There you go. So now our campaign is going to start running. So we're just gonna give it a day, and it's going to start generating some traffic, and we're gonna monitor this and see how it performs. That easy. So guys, that's pretty much it. I hope this was helpful. Again, if you want to learn more, I definitely recommend the link in the description. That's going to take you to the Gold Masterclass. In the Gold Masterclass, we have a whole Bing advertising course in the traffic section. It's an entirely detailed traffic course that I recommend for you to check out. It's absolutely amazing. If you want to become a master in Bing advertising, that's in there for you to see. Alright guys, thank you so much. If this was helpful, if you enjoyed it, if you got some value from it, consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. Also, like this video and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this video, or if you want me to make videos about something specific. So thank you so much guys. I'll see you in the next one.